Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a declutter of mascara and single eye products. Both categories of which I have gotten a little bit more intrigued with and have been trying a bunch of new stuff. I go through phases where there are certain categories of makeup that I just don't love and typically won't try new things, and then sometimes I'll like surge through and like I'll just obsess about those particular kinds of products for a while. This year in 25, it's all about mascaras for me. Mascaras, powders, and single eye products. It is the category that I consumed the most of. I mean blush too, but like don't even think about blush. Blush is just one thing that I never stop consuming. But I have gotten so carried away with all of the mascaras that I have. Who needs all of these open? Nobody does. So we are going to be decluttering a chunk of these in the mascara department. I'll be doing like mini reviews for you guys. The single eye products, I probably just want to go through and like swatch a lot of them, but I think it's going to be more of like a collection style, and then we're going to get like rid of a handful of the single eye products. There probably won't be like a ton. There's some that I want to get rid of, but not a lot, but I just figure that I would go through and kind of swatch. It might be good too to do just like a comparison of some of the shades that I have that are similar, but also I know there are things in there that I've spent time collecting and I don't want to like collect, you know, if I'm not going to actually wear the shade just because it's a cool multi-chrome. It just feels like they keep coming, so forget it. I'm overwhelmed. I am. What do I do? Let's start with this one from Judy Doll that I got in PR. This is one of those like metal ones. What do they call them? The Curling Iron Mascara. This one's in 01 black. I don't find these very pigmented for me. You know, I understand the premise behind these is that they do make your lashes like super duper long, and especially if you have very short lashes, they can make them look a lot longer. But I'm somebody who prefers a lot of volume, and the curl, I don't think it's great. I think the e.l.f. Incredi Curl is better than this, for example. I think that mascaras that are a lighter weight formula tend to be decent curling mascaras, but I would say this one just isn't it, especially for the kind of intensity that I like. I prefer something way more pigmented, and this really just isn't the kind of like wand that I like, so I'm gonna get rid of it. You know, some of my favorites from this year's launches, House Labs was pretty good. And then like the Charlotte Tilbury. This one came out first, I want to say. The Exaggerized Volume Mascara from Charlotte. I hate the wand because I'm not somebody who likes these faux natural hair bristled wands that are bigger because they make a mess and they don't grip the lashes quite as well. But I do like this mascara. It's a very lightweight formula, but also tacky enough that it grips onto the eyes. I prefer a tackier formula. For me, I just feel like it grips the lashes better and then builds up the pigment a lot faster than combing through like a really wet mascara. Again, I really like a very volumizing mascara, something that like makes my eyelashes super duper full. So I think that's good. I think that this is really pigmented and very nice, and it does what it's supposed to do. I've worn this before, and my mom and like little cousins came over and they were like, "Are those really your lashes?" Yes, they were. So you know, when somebody comments on the mascara that you're wearing, for people who don't typically comment, usually means it's like a pretty, you know, standout product, like either volumizing or lengthening. I think this is both. So this is one of my favorite releases from this year, and fully glass jar, like legit. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. And then the Makeup by Mario one, I really enjoy. This is called the Master Mascara in Super Black. And this has more of the bristles that I like, very short like this. I don't really love when they're like non-plastic bristles. I'm not a fan of like faux, like natural hair, you know, like when they're soft bristles like this. But the formula is in between. It is that formula that grips onto the lashes, but also is lightweight enough that it doesn't make them feel heavy. This is kind of one of those that like builds the volume, but still like looks wispy. I think it's really good. I think it's a drier formula, for example, than the Charlotte. This is a much wetter formula than this one is, but they're both good in what they do. So that was a really good one, I think, from this year. Same thing with the House Labs. I think that this one is a very nice volumizing mascara. It's called the B Structural Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara, and this one's in black or onyx or black onyx, I don't know. Very similar wand to the Charlotte Tilbury, where it's got bigger bristles and it's an hourglass shape instead of curved but natural hair bristles. This one just has a lot of pigment to it. It's another very lightweight formula that doesn't weigh your lashes down, kind of on the drier side. More like the Makeup by Mario, but it is not as intense, not as pigmented as the Makeup by Mario. So I definitely prefer that one more, but this one is good. My absolute favorite from this year was the Dior Over Volume Mascara. This is like a really thick, very wet formula. Not wet, very dry, very sticky, tacky formula rather. It's an hourglass shape, but it's my kind of bristles. I really love these plastic bristles. I just think it's cleaner. I don't think that it makes as much of a mess when applying it. Those natural hair ones, I always somehow manage to get my eyelid, like 100% of the time. This one, I don't do that with. You can get really close to the lash line when the bristles are shorter. It's my preferred method. They look fuller when you get closer to the lash line. This one is very tacky and it's heavy. It's a heavyweight formula, so it's not one of those that's going to curl your lashes. It's going to weigh them down because it's going to make them look super voluminous, but that's what I like. So yeah, very tacky, kind of a thick, heavy weighted formula, but I enjoy it. All right, let's get these out of the way. Ami Collet announced that they were closing and they make one of my holy grails, the Lash Amplifying Mascara. So when I heard that, I bought 3. I want to say these aren't super expensive anyway. They're like 16 bucks. Maybe 20 bucks, I don't know, but I hate to open it, but I do want to show you guys. It's a lightweight formula that is super pigmented, super volumizing, and in a very thin, natural faux haired bristle, like very similar to the Makeup by Mario kind of wand. But like, I probably should use these because I don't know how long they'll last in these boxes, especially now that I just opened this one. But I loved them so much, I had to go pick up 3 before the brand closed. I didn't want to get more than that, but I didn't want to get less either. I thought 3 was probably the best one to get. It's just very fanned out, but very volumizing and very pigmented, and it's not a heavy formula. It really does give you a very nice, clean volume. So excellent mascara. One of my favorite top 2 or 3 mascaras in my whole collection, and I just threw one away that had dried out, I think very, very recently. So one of these will probably get opened. I almost opened one today when getting ready for work, but decided like, oh my gosh, look how many you have. So then I was like, no, I got to do a declutter because even though there's a lot open, I'm reaching for the same ones over and over again. All right, AUA Studio Big Boss Mascara Volumizing and Lengthening. You know, the wand isn't bad. It's actually like really nice short plastic bristled. Just it's like not pigmented enough. I was like, where's my lashes? Where's the pigment? I mean, I want my lashes to be so rich black, and this was not that, so I'm gonna pass it along. Let's see, the Giorgio Armani. This is a mini of the new release of, I don't know what it's called. The mascara is all it says right here. You know, I don't know about this one. I need to use it a little bit more. I've done a speed reviews on it and that's fine, but I've already forgotten what I feel about it. I like the wand, but I just don't remember that the formula was very pigmented at all, and I really want that pigment. So I don't know if this is a go. I don't know if this is like golden, but again, I want to keep testing it. This is one of my favorites, and I've repurchased this a couple of times, the Monsieur Big from Lancome. You know, it's a really cool formula because even though it has this wand style, it makes your lashes look like little butterfly wings. It is so fluttery looking, but still pigmented and like doesn't make a mess. It's a pretty lightweight formula. It's like, it's pretty creamy, you know, as opposed to like the Dior that's very tacky. This isn't that, but it still gives you that volume and that like butterfly effect. But this is old and I've been trying to use a ton of it recently, so I've been wearing it like constantly. But I knew that the next time I did the declutter, it was gonna have to go. It's not empty or anything, it's just, it smells. So I know that it is old and time to go. So I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna declutter that one. And then this one from Buxom. This is the Lash Mascara in Black is Black. So I actually bought this as a mini on Ulta probably. Oh no, it was Amazon, because I was looking up like best volumizing mascaras. This is like a psychedelic little wand, like hourglass, but close knit plastic bristles. They're so small. When I looked it up, it was like best volumizing mascaras. There's no pigment to this at all, you guys. If you like length, it's probably fine. If you like volume in your lashes like I do, and like extra pigment because your lashes are invisible to the outside world unless you have a very pigmented mascara, bam, you might like this. I do not. It was no good. I'm gonna pass it along. This one from Bella Beauté Bar, the Lush Lash Mascara. It's nice, it really is, but it's not as pigmented as some of my other ones. Like, I like the fact that it has this kind of wand, and I like this formula. It's lightweight, it's fluttery. It's better for length though. It's creamy and not sticky. And I love the way this tube feels. I love just, the act of, using this mascara. It's just not pigmented enough for me to be using all the time, and I think I would just be using it to use it, so I'm gonna pass it along. This is a new tube of the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. I got this in an advent calendar, but I've repurchased it 3 times, so this would be my 4th tube. This is a tremendous mascara when it is not a dry tube. So I've had 2 of my tubes be fabulous. The first tube and the 3rd tube were not great. The first time I used it, the mascara was phenomenal. It's so pigmented, but it's tacky, but it makes them look so long and so voluminous. And it's like tubing and like, oh, it's so good. But it dried out on me so fast. So I immediately bought a 2nd tube that was like dry from the get-go. And I thought, oh man, this mascara dries out too quickly. The 3rd tube was great, and this 4th tube is great. But 50% of the time, this mascara comes in a tube that isn't like super dry. But otherwise, it's so good. So this is fairly new, and I just opened this, I want to say like last month, in the advent calendar. So I'm gonna hold on to this because I've been using this all the time recently. All right, this Morphe one is new to me, and it is like one of the newest. It's the Make It Big mascara in bold black. One of my favorite finds of this year. It's a volumizing mascara, not my favorite wand because it's the faux natural hair bristle, and it's big and it's an hourglass, but it is so good. It's deceiving too because it doesn't look like a ton of product picks up on these little ends, but it is so volumizing and so clean. It reminds me a lot of the Lancome Montier Big Mascara. One of my favorite mascaras this year, but not a new release. Like these two, so good. If you like volume, hello, check these out. But this is affordable. It's also like this metal container too. It just feels legit. So I'm definitely holding on to the Morphe Make It Big. And then the Color Stay Full Time from Revlon. It's great. It's a great lengthening mascara. Nice wand style that I like. This one's in the shade brown. I didn't mean to get that. This launched, oh my God, when did this launch? Earlier this year. I've had all of these mascaras way too long, okay? I'll just admit right now, I don't care. I use mascaras way past when I should. I will be the first to admit that. But I just recently used this in an eye look. It's great for the bottom lashes because I'm not somebody, when I apply bottom lash mascara, likes a black, very noticeable lash like I do the top. So like this is great for that. It's also super lengthening. So if you liked a brown, I would tell you this is a formula worth checking out. So I am keeping that one. I'm struggling with some of these. Like some of these I know are fine to get rid of, and then some of them are not. These are the ones that I'm like kind of on the fence about because I use them for, where's the other one that I was just like looking at? I guess these ones I'm on the fence about. The ribbon wrapped lash from Too Faced is great for my bottom lashes. It's not a bad top mascara, but I don't think that it's like as volumizing as I like. This is a more lengthening formula, so you guys would probably like it who like length. I don't know, that's a maybe. The Kosas Soul Gazer, another one that's more lengthening than it is volumizing. Again, probably something a lot of people would like, but it's just not my preferred. The Bad Gal Bang I love for my lower lashes, so I'm on the fence about it. Like all 3 of these, actually, I don't know. This one would be really good for the upper lashes for length, but these two, because they're not super pigmented, this one's more pigmented, would be good for the lower lashes. The Kosas is so new. I'm just like, have I even talked about it that much this year? I'm on the fence about these 3, which means I'll probably keep them and try them again, along with the Armani, which I'm not convinced about. The Rabanne, I hated this. This is supposed to be another one that's really good for volumizing. This is the Famous Mascara in deep black. I don't like it. It wasn't pigmented. It's dry. It didn't do anything for me. So I'm going to get rid of it. I could barely see it on my lashes. The YSL, this mini is new this year. The Lash Clash. This is a volumizing mascara. It's crazy. It's a crazy wet formula. I make such a mess with it. Another mini I'm just not entirely convinced about. Like, I think it's good, but it's clumpy. I know this was very, very popular. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, people were like obsessed with this, and then it came out in blue. Like, this had a lot of popularity, and I could see why. It's very volumizing, but it's like more clumpy than a lot of my volumizing mascaras. These 5 here, yeah, I'll probably try again. I think I probably will like chopping block those ones in the upcoming month. This one from Lancome, the Flutter Extension Lash. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, some of these Lancome ones, the caps do this. Just came right out. Well, it's already doing this, and I don't feel like messing around with it. You know, it was a really thin wand. It's like, it won't even go back on now. I hate these Lancome mascaras do these quite frequently. This one was okay for like length and I guess a little bit of flutter, but it didn't do much more than that. It legit came like all the damn way out. Oh, it's like straight up busted. So it's donezo. It probably would have been nicely pigmented, but not a lot of product picks up. The wand is like one of the smallest wands I've ever used. I wouldn't say that it gave me the most fluttery lashes. It was more lengthening. I think it was fine, but I think Lancome was just trying to make a mascara that they've never made before. I think that was the entire intent around that mascara. I just don't think it was like needed. You know, if I would say, did that mascara need to come to the market because there was nothing else like it? No. All right, this one, the Lights Camera Lashes Platinum Edition from Tarte. You know, it's such a dry formula. It just really wasn't pigmented on me. I don't think it was like terrible, but it's just not one of my favorites. I'm gonna declutter it. And then I hate to say this, but the Gucci, this released, oh my God, did it already release last year or earlier this year? I was so excited for it because the original Gucci was so, so good. It was one of the best building mascaras, and it was more of a lengthening formula, but it built up good volume. Anyway, I don't remember what the original Gucci mascara was called, but this one is called something else that I don't know. I hate the wand. It doesn't deposit enough product. There's no reason for it to curve like this. I've turned it and like gotten close with this side, and I just don't like it. It's also not pigmented enough. Kind of clumpy looking. I don't enjoy it. The reason I'm sad to say is because it's expensive, and I liked the other one so much and was disappointed with that one. Same thing with this. The Kulfi just doesn't do it for me. It is called the Baddie Lash Mascara in black, and it's terrible because I love so many Kulfi products, and it's such a, it's like a formula that I would really enjoy, a formula that's like wet and not heavy, but it's also tacky. I shouldn't say wet, it's pigmented because it's tacky, not wet, but it just does weird things on my lashes. Like it starts making them go in crazy directions and like stick together. No, I don't like it. It's like every other time I use it, one time I love it, the next time I hate it. I just have so many other ones that I enjoy. So, you know, I don't hate it. I think it tried hard. It did, but not for me. All right, the Calibre Come Hell or High Water, another holy grail mascara of mine. This tube is just so freaking like old. I'm debating. This one's like nearly empty, so I probably just need to use as much of this up as I can. I love wands like this. If you can't tell, like short is great. Plastic is better, but short is fabulous. This is a tubing mascara, but it's a volumizing tubing mascara. These usually don't last that long. They'll start to smell because it's clean beauty, but I don't think it's like done yet. It doesn't really have a smell. So I'm gonna probably use this one the way that I was trying to use the Monsieur Big one up before it went bad, before I had to declutter it, because I feel like I'm doing a decent, I'm getting rid of, well, aside from these, getting rid of like a good chunk of these mascaras, more so than I thought I would, to be honest with you. So I'm probably gonna like hold on to this and use this for like another couple of weeks before I get rid of it. And then the Panorama mascara from L'Oreal, the volumizing or voluminous all night black mascara, it is really good. It's a really good drugstore. Is it as volumizing and is it as pigmented as some of my mascaras? No, it is not. But like for a drugstore option, because every mascara besides the Morphe that I have shown you so far is legit not drugstore. I'm not a drugstore mascara girl. Just, it's not a thing. It's not a thing for me. I don't know why. I've tried them all, and I gotta tell you, my favorites just don't come from the drugstore. So as far as like drugstore formulas, like this is good. This is a good volumizing mascara. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. It might be one of the few besides Morphe that's drugstore that I hold on to. Cause, oh no, there's one other one. But that's probably like it. Oh no, the Revlon was like really good. I like the brown aspect of this more so than anything. The Paradise Big Deal waterproof mascara from L'Oreal. I can't remember. I literally can't remember. I got this year. It smells. I just don't like waterproof mascaras. Which one's the other waterproof one? It's this one, the other Lancome. Oh, it just already smells. I just don't remember it being like super pigmented. I'm gonna let it go. The Chanel, ooh, I'm on the fence about this one too. I think I wanted this one for a long time. I don't know that this was a new release. Some of these are flaking. This is called the Le Volume de Chanel. Oh, this one is waterproof too. Oh, I don't remember. It's like the wand style that I would like, but I genuinely can't remember. I think chopping block that one too. The Hypnos Drama waterproof. This is a fairly new release from Lancome. It's a waterproof version. It's such a wet formula and such a big wand. I have to chopping block this one as well. Not doing so good at the end here. The e.l.f. Incredicurl. I'm gonna chopping block this one too. It curls really well, and that's what I like about it. And it's a pretty tacky formula that builds up really nicely, but I just don't know if it has enough pigment for me. I cannot remember. Look at all these I'm gonna chopping block. I mean, I hate to say it, but I would rather try them again than just get rid of them. It's because I pay so much attention to these ones over here. All right, there are 3 more. This Revolution Wrap Lash, the Mega Extensions in Volume Tubing Mascara. I have never used a more tubing mascara in my whole life. Look at this wand. So gorgeous. Such a wet formula. So tubing. I got this free with a purchase that I made from Makeup Revolution, probably at Ulta. And then I was like, oh, I don't think my lashes have ever been longer with any other tubing mascara. So this one's going nowhere. Plus it's Mega Extension and Volume. It does give you both in this teeny tiny little thing. It's so good. So this one is one of my favorites from this year too. All right, number 1 holy grail is the Beauty Bay High Key that I think is being beat out by all these other mascaras. Look at the wand, look at the wand. This is a heavier formula, very tacky, will weigh your lashes down, ultra pigmented. This is a brand new tube. I just opened this. I am not going to repurchase it. I have been repurchasing this mascara for like 5 years, 4 years, 4 years, 3 years, some amount of time that's been long. I like some of these other mascaras that I'm using so much that I don't know that I'll repurchase this. I have been using all the other ones that I've just talked about over here in this little corner more than I have the Beauty Bay. Same thing with the Rituel de Fille. This is the Levitation Lash. This is getting old. Ooh, it's getting old. And this is a holy grail too. This one's a small style, very tacky, very heavy formula, very volumizing. Ooh, this with these two, they're like very, very similar. But this was a holy grail of mine also, repurchased many times. These two I'm gonna have to use and abuse because they're gonna need to go. Yikes, I did good until I got all of these suckers. Oh my gosh, 23 mascaras I'm keeping. Well, don't even count these, okay? It's still a lot, but I think there was 7 that I'm gonna try to use in the next 7 days, and I'll make decisions as to whether or not they stay or go. You can't be a part of that. I wanted to do this declutter so that we could get rid of these 11. I mean, I did good initially. I started out well, started out strong. Anyway, let's move on to the single eye products. Okay, let's start off with the liquids and the creams. This is not all the liquids and creams that I have, but it's all the ones that I have that are in like these tubies or like stickies. You get it. This is actually not. This is just kind of like a stick. I'll just set that aside. There's probably not a ton I'm gonna get rid of here. And also, some of these are new, so I haven't put them in a speed reviews, but when we're doing like a collection style like this, I didn't want to leave them out. And I feel like there's at least 2 in here that are brand new to me. So I don't know where to start. I mean, the Rabanne, I guess we'll start with, you know, it's fine. These color shots are okay. It's in the shade Cosmic Rave. It's a really good formula, but I don't like golds like this. It came in a set that I bought and I wanted to try, wow, Doesn't even feel like there's anything in here. I wanted to try this formula. I just didn't really want to try the shade. But it came with the famous mascara that I really wanted, and it came with a lip product, I think, that I really wanted. So I don't like these golds on me very often. Do I wear like a gold? I did wear this and it was fine, but you know, it's not something that I would just like, ooh, hey, I think I want to wear gold today. These ones from RMS Beauty, the eye lights are really fabulous. The shades that I have are Strobe and Halo. They're old. I don't know how well they're gonna do here. We shall see. Like, I'm actually starting to say things are like old and I'm worried that they're not as good. These sit on the eyes really well. They dry down nicely. They have really good light reflection. They're an easy formula to work with too. I wish they weren't in these little tubes with these teeny tiny little caps. The one in Halo has probably historically been my favorite because I do like these like pinky gunmetal-y colors. The formula is just chunky on the top there. It's just got like a deeper base to it. Now that I like shades like this an awful lot more, this probably isn't my favorite. I probably gravitate more towards Strobe, but such a good formula. They're both tremendous shades. Let's do some of the odd ones. The CoverGirl Exhibitionist in collaboration with Kelsey. This is so good. It's not too watery, but it's a very thin formula. It doesn't crease. It's got like nice sparkles in it. I like that it's very lightweight because some of these formulas can get thick when they're in these liquids, and so they can like get kind of crunchy. You know, the ones from RMS Beauty, they kind of move with your skin. They're thicker, but you can shear them out too, and they don't like get tacky and dry down. These ones from Moira Beauty, you know, if you start to like build them up, and I'll kind of show you, they can get kind of dry, you know, kind of chunky. And this one, as far as like a drugstore formula, it's so much thinner and still with a really good payoff. This is a really good one. I don't know if they make it anymore. Then one of the Stila Glitter and Glows, this one is in Kitten Karma, is one of the like really sparkly ones, but also like a very, very thin formula that doesn't get like crunchy and weird. I've had other Stila ones, but I feel like these ones are just better in the Glitter and Glows. This one from AF94, the Liquid Marble Shadow. I don't know, is AF94 still going? The more affordable line of About Face. This is really nice. It's just a very bronzy color, and I don't typically reach for bronzy colors like this. Even though these are pretty similar, that's like pink or meant to be. This is like a very strong marbly base, and this one's in the shade Bewitched. The swirl is really pretty. I just don't typically reach for very bronzy shades like that, so I'm gonna pass that along. This one here from Winky Lux, the Chandelier Shimmer Shadow in Bottle Pop, is really, really pretty on the eyes. It's just a thicker formula. Is that like a super duper chunk right there? Kinda. Still smells okay. It's very thick, and so it looks textured on the eyes. It's pretty. It's texturizing because it's thick, and you can't really shear it out too much. It is what it is, kind of, and it kind of dries down in like it can look texturizing way, but it doesn't crease on me, so I think I'll keep it. I've wanted to get other shades in this from the Moira. These are almost like creams. The Super Hyped Liquid Pigment in A-List. They're just very creamy. This one's a little bit of a thicker formula too, but definitely thinner than the one from Winky Lux. Like, I've worn the Winky Lux and like layered it up and went, oops, too much. But I've wanted to get more shades in these ones from Moira Beauty. These are tremendous. This new release here from Revlon, the Glimmer Liquid Shadow in the shade 201 on Cloud Shine. I just wore this again recently. This is a really good formula. Like, from the drugstore, like Revlon does such a good job sometimes. It's thin, it's sparkly, it's a beautiful like taupey shade too. I think you kind of have to go like wipe. You have to wipe this off and thin this out because it can look kind of thick as well, but it's thinner than both the Moira and the Winky Lux. I like them all because they're super light reflecting. They're just kind of the payoff that I really enjoy. Oh, I do have another Super Hyped Liquid Pigment. I guess I did. This is my second shade in A-List. I started with all extra sparkle. So that makes sense. But you can see it's a little bit more textured and a little bit more thick than the one from Revlon. So I've been really enjoying the one from Revlon. I'm keeping all of those. I told you I probably wouldn't declutter like a lot of these. This one is fairly new to me from Pat McGrath. Trying to remember where I got this. I don't know, Ipsy probably, in platinum bronze. If I'm gonna do a bronze, it's gonna be from Pat McGrath. it's gonna be this formula and this shade. And honestly, it's not that bronzy. You know, it's kind of deep, it's kind of taupey. It's just not exactly what I would consider like a bronze. This one again can be thick, so you really do have to wipe it off, and it has a lot less sparkle than some of these other ones over here, but I kind of like it, you know, that very smoky, very everyday shade. I'm holding on to this one. This one's new to me from Armani. I got this during the Sephora sale in 68S, which I can't tell you what that shade name is. This is interesting. You know, these are going super viral, and for like a $38 shadow or what the heck ever these cost, I don't know that I get the hype with these. You know, I understand that you can smoke out certain shadows, and like that's what makes them really nice, when you can kind of take a brush and you can move them around. They're more creamy, they're not super thick, but which of mine doesn't do that? Like they all do that really well. None of them dry too fast. A lot of them are very good for taking a brush and smoking out the edges. I don't know that we needed whatever this cost from Armani to get that. Like Pat McGrath does too. Like it's nice, take a brush, smoke it. All of these smoke out really well. So I don't know. You know, I've heard people say like this totally elevates your liquid eyeshadow game. I'm not sure I'm getting that. But it's okay. I mean, it's still good. It doesn't suck or anything. I just don't know that if I'm like more elevated with this than with others for the price point. That hasn't gone into a speed review, so I'm going to hold on to it. I probably would anyway. And then the Sheer Stay Liquid eyeshadow from Burst in the shade Poetic is also new to me and hasn't gone into speed reviews. This is very, very sheer. If you start rubbing this particular shade out, it just kind of fades into nothing. So you got to kind of pack it. And it's a much wetter formula than a lot of these other ones. It just doesn't have the same kind of dry down that the rest of them do. Very good for blending, but just a very, very sheer shade unless you pack it up really, really hard. There's not a lot of like, you know, light reflect. Well, there's good light reflection, but not as much as maybe some of these other ones. I like it. It's just, it's a wash of color essentially. I will go ahead and keep these ones for the sticks. These ones from KVD. And move those over there. All right, I have had the whole set of these Space Chameleon liquid shadows from Moira Beauty, and I only held on to 3 shades. So I don't feel like I need to dial this down anymore. They came with 8 in total, and I've just recently worn this one, like 2 days ago. It's the one in Jewel of the Sea, and they're multi-chrome liquids, and they can, again, get thick on the eyes, and these dry down to more of a crunchy shadow on the lid, and you do have to be careful because these will peel away some of the color with hooded eyes, but they're so worth it. With these 3 shades, they are so freaking beautiful. They're the only like multi-chrome liquids that I have, so I'm willing to deal with it. And as long as you like pat it out, you can get that like crease that started to go away. Then I have Sea Star. They all have this kind of blue to green flip. For whatever reason, I kind of like that in like a very light based liquid shadow. This one is feeling on the dry side for sure, but it's still got some life left in it. I guess I better use it because I don't want to get rid of it, but I wouldn't be sad if that one was gone and then this one was still here, because this is obviously like a purple, green, blue shift, where that one's like a white base or sort of white, I guess, with a like blue green shift. And then this one's like a fiery orangey in Chameleon with like a green twist to it, like green sparkles in an orange base, and it's got some like red flip. Oh, so pretty. So for sure holding on to those. And then these guys are significantly underwhelming. They're not bad, but the thing is they don't stand out to some of the other ones. I feel like they get pretty sheer when you start blending them out, and I absolutely hate this packaging. So you shake them. The tip is a brush with like hairs on it. It doesn't pick up a lot of product, and they're pretty damn sheer. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but they're much more expensive than something like this, and it's kind of the same thing for just how sheer they come out. That one is in the shade Sugar Twist, and these are called their glazed liquid eyeshadows that released a couple of months ago. And then Space Cowboy Intense. I don't know if I find that it's like intense. It's kind of sheer. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. There are days where I just want like a quick wash of color. I just feel like there's more affordable formulas on the market than these, and the tip is not always going to catch this product. You could do this, and then what if the product is like all the way down here? Is it going to go to that top brush tip? I mean, look, it's an almost full product, and like it coats like just a bloop, bloop, bloop. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe I'm overthinking the whole thing. I just spent a lot of money to buy two, and I wouldn't recommend you buy two. Buy one or the other. And I don't particularly love the Space Cowboy Intense as much as I love the normal Space Cowboy. But doggone it, for what I paid for them, I will get some more use out of them. That's for certain. So in this one, we only decluttered two. That's going to be the theme of this. It's definitely going to be more of a collection style. And then we ended up holding on to I don't know, 17 is what I counted. Hopefully that's about right. Let's move on to the sticks. I think I'll probably get rid of more here than I did in the last category. I'm not a big fan of sticks. Maybe more so like recently I've been trying to test more formulas to like want to love them, I guess. And I think I've found more formulas that I think are pretty good in doing that. But also they've pivoted. Now a lot of sticks that are coming out are like this new Danessa Myricks Color Fix stick. This one is amazing because it's a twofer. You pull it off like this, and this is the inside magnetic piece. So you can mix and match these if you do like an order of like another dual set, but this is how they come, and you wanted to like travel or, you know, in your makeup kit or something like that. I mean, especially being Danessa Myricks, but they do come with one side that is a metallic and one side that is a foil. And these are the new trend that's coming out, which are these like cream sticks like this for the eyes, and they're very cooling. This one is one of the metallics, or this is the metallic side, which is got a teeny bit of light reflection and sparkle to it. I don't know, sometimes they can be like a little bit chunky. Wait till you see the Tower 28. And this one is in the shade Celeste. It's Color Story 6, by the way. They come in like color stories. And then the foil is in the shade Nova. And it's just more sparkly. That's what the foil is. So you can like wear these on their own, or you can layer these up. This one is just more metallic, and then obviously that one's more foily, which just means more sparkly. But these are amazing. They don't go anywhere. Really easy to apply. You can blend the edges. It's nice like this. Probably won't store them that way. I'll probably end up storing them like this, but they're so worth the money. I would get more of these in a heartbeat. Definitely holding on to that. Those or that. The next one is a colorful shadow stick and liner from Sephora, and this one is in the shade Fawn Shimmer. So this is one of the shimmer formulas from these Sephora sticks, and I really liked this one because it's a pretty sheer taupey shade. So like you want to go, just go, throw it on and move. I'm just not, do I want this one? Like, let me compare it against the ColourPop shadow stick in the shade Socialite. It's a metallic, which is essentially like their version of the shimmer. No, they're pretty similar, but like different at the same time. This one's like more sheer than the ColourPop. It's way more like light reflecting. The ColourPop is a better formula. The Sephora is way more sheer. It's supposed to be waterproof on the Sephora one, but I think it's just less textured than the ColourPop in general, and I think the ColourPop lasts longer. But I think I like both of those. One that I really don't like, I think, is Rose Thorn from Laura Mercier. It's so funny. I like these shadow sticks from Laura Mercier, but for whatever reason, the shade is quite awful. You start blending it and then it shears to nothing and looks patchy. And that's what's really good, I think, about all those liquids that I was mentioning, is that you can really blend the edges and they don't get sheer, patchy, or fade into nothing. For whatever reason, this one in this Rose Thorn shade does. And also, I think this was a limited edition one of the Caviar eye sticks. I think a lot in these packaging were like limited edition. But also, where's the sparkles? It's just not there. I don't like it, so I'm gonna pass it along. These little minis from Bobbi Brown, the Longwear Cream Eyeshadows, Dusty Mauve. I have not reached for either of these in so long. It's more of like just like a matte cream, you know? It's like a satin finish. It's not like a metallic like the other ones. The Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Mini that I have in Amethyst, I really like. Hence why I was confused about that Rose Thorn shade, because this doesn't get patchy. See that? Like where you can like blend this one and it's like, okay, it's just kind of moving like it should. Wow, are these like the same exact shade? Okay. I mean, kind of. How much is left in these? I think I'll just keep them. Like, I don't dislike them enough, but I definitely prefer the Laura Mercier formula when it's done right to the Bobbi Bobbi Brown one. And then this one I just recently picked up from Trish McAvoy or McAvoy. I don't know how you pronounce it. The eyeshadow stick and liner. And this one's in the shade Topaz. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite eyeshadow stick formulas so far. Like, so good, so creamy, so pigmented. It's so easy to apply and blend out, and it lasts all day. This brand was in Nordstrom. It was like one of the brands that I've never tried before because, you know, I've tried like a lot of different brands. So I was swatching a bunch of stuff and they didn't actually have a ton of stuff in stock at Nordstrom. I was like, hey, can I try that? Can I try that? And they're like, oh, we don't have that much. Like, why do you have this entire brand on display if you don't have their products stocked? Don't ask me. But they did have this one, so I went for it, and this is a really good shadow stick. I'm definitely holding on to that. This one I was underwhelmed about, the Naked Eyeshadow Stick in Private Album. It's just on the sheer side, and it kind of blends out to nothing, and it's like ultra creamy. It slips around a lot. See when you start blending it and it just starts getting like super sheer? Yeah, and it's just really, really creamy formula. I prefer that they stay put like more. This just slipped around a lot. I'm keeping this because this hasn't gone into a speed reviews yet. Then finally, the Jumbo Stick from NYX. And this one's in the shade Meringue, right? Lemon Meringue. Do I want it? I held on to it because it's really such a freaking pretty shade. And it's like, oh, it would be so good for so many things. And there's so much in here. But I don't reach for shades like this by themselves. I don't want to get rid of it though. I don't. So I'm gonna keep it. This new one from Tower 28, the Go-Go Cooling Shimmer Sticks in Whiskey. This is really good. Similar to the Danessa Myricks. The thing is, like, this one's just like more crumbly. Also very cold. It's very pigmented and very sparkly, but it starts to like break. It's a little bit softer than the Danessa Myricks one, and like colder too, but also like really good. Like, look at those beautiful sparkles in there. Both of them are very good formulas. The Danessa just offers something more for the money, and this was 20 bucks by itself. So there you go. No magnets, just plastic. This one I received in PR so long ago from Luxaza. You know, they came in a set and they come with a brush tip on one side, and this was a really, really pretty matte. Look how pretty that is. Matte, cool toned pinky mauve shade, but I never, ever, ever reach for this. Oh, it's so pretty. It kind of shears away though. It does really work when you just like are on the go and oh, I just crusted this nasty thing up. I'm gonna let it go. I haven't reached for it since the last declutter. Bye. And then the Milk Makeup Color Chalk Stick in the shade Dodgeball. Don't even know if they make these anymore. And I've talked about how I want to, oh, it finally broke. Hold on to this until the end of time because I really like it, and I do. It's not a bad product, but the fact that it just broke and it's basically like a powder, like look how much snapped off. Like, is it even worth like squeezing it to make it stick? Because you're supposed to, like, as it gets down, take one of these little things and peel it so you can make it more exposed. It's done. I just don't use it enough. I don't need it. I'm gonna pass it along. I feel like it's very strange the things I get attached to, and that being one of them. Not that I didn't like it, it's just like you don't reach for it and you know you don't. The Dazzle sticks from KVD, I have Hail Surge. These were the original cooling sticks. Original, I'm sorry, KVD did do it first. Somebody was like, yo, we need to make a stick like that. It's like, it's been done. Let's not forget these Dazzle sticks. They're cold, they're sparkly, they're pretty. This one's a very, very light shade, which now I would go for more dark shades, but back then when I got these, well, at least that one, which is one of the original shades I started with, I went for more light shimmers on the eyes. Now I would prefer to reach for something like this. This one's in Force Field. Don't even know if they make these anymore. I gather that they do, but these were the original as far as I know. Like, I can't think back to when I was into makeup where there was like another one that was like this. These are gorgeous, very sparkly, and yeah, I mean, I really do think that KVD should get the credit for those. I mean, like, you could have gone viral here. Not now everyone who's making one like this and making it viral makes sense to me, but that's how it goes. It just comes back around like bell bottoms. All right, these ones from Moira Beauty, they're very similar. They're cooling, they're multi-use sticks, but they're more like made for the cheeks and other places, I would assume, because they're so big. These would have been amazing had they come out to be smaller products like this and specifically targeted for the eyes. eyes because these are just mainly sparkle. These are called the Icy Glow Jelly Sticks, right? They're all called cooling. Well, not really. The Danesses aren't and these ones are not, but they're all cold when they go on. They all have the same property. This one's probably my favorite in Gummy Grape. It just has the strongest base, the strongest flip. It's a like purpley pink with, you can see that like silver reflect. It's just so hard to apply to the eyes because it's so big, but it's not bad. A lot of them, besides this one, really don't have a strong base. This one in Peach Sour. By the way, I got all 6 shades when I got them. This one is really pretty. Pink, gold on pink. I don't know, can you see that? Like how delish. It really is very pretty. Let me see the blue one. It's probably my least favorite. Like these translucent blues. Yeah, I can get rid of that one. I like them, but I think that like they gotta be pretty strong. Like this one just isn't, and it's more pink. So I'm gonna declutter that one. This one is a yellow. Do I need a yellow? No, probably not. Some of these with the stronger bases, I really like. I knew I was gonna like get to a point where I was gonna swatch all of these and decide that I was gonna probably get rid of some. I like them. I don't need them all. I thought I would love them all, but I don't. This one again, not enough of a base for me. I mean, sparkle's great. Don't get me wrong, but like I like a base. I really do. And this one, like a silver base on this like deep mocha. And honestly, it's not as much base as you would think. See it? But these three, they're too light. I've worn even the blue one, I think. And then I put like a liner on and everybody in the video kept asking me, oh my God, what is on your eyes? I was kind of shocked actually. But my favorite 3 are this one, and that one. So then I am going to keep, I don't think I told you, this little baby pink one was Rosé Pop. And then I'm keeping Frosted Caramel. So I'll keep these 3. So, I mean, I did okay. I guess we'll call it 14 because this one here I'm just counting as 1. And then I ended up decluttering 6. I feel okay about it. We're gonna move on to everything potted and compact. This is not it. I have 2 more containers. This is where I have like the most, and then also I have my loose pigments. Not a lot is going to be decluttered here. I'm probably just gonna like swatch a lot of these, make sure they're still very creamy, and then smell the cream ones. I think I don't have that many cream. The Kulfi ones like just turn into powder, but they are cream when they start. So let's get to it. Okay, I had a new Kulfi one. Where to start? The Catrice Space Glam Chrome eyeshadow is new to me in Supernova. I like this a lot. This was the best looking shade, I think, of the shades. It's very light, but still very pretty for a single. I mean, colors like this I probably like for a single. It's like a blue purple, you know, and then you throw like a black liner on. It's really pretty. I am gonna hold on to that. I think over time I've gotten rid of my other Flower Beauty Chrome Crush Press pigments, and these have been really good. It's just that Flower Beauty is now closed down. It's really difficult for me to get like anything out of here. But this shade is like not sparkly, really. Like maybe it's just too bronzy. I actually really do like that, but I want to compare it against the Rituel de Fille. This is the Ashen Ember Isa in Half Light. Neither of these are my favorite. I don't even think I can get anything out. You know, the problem has been with these, they're like so teeny tiny for my big old fingers. They're very sooty when they break up. Yeah, see, this is just like a little bit bronzier than I would normally go for. Look how far that went. I actually don't mind the Flower Beauty. I thought I was gonna get rid of it, but to be honest with you, I kind of feel like I want to get rid of the Ritual de Fille. There's no sparkle to it, and I can never get my damn finger in there. And like a shadow like that, I would like to apply with my finger. It's like, what is the purpose of sticking a brush in? In my personal opinion, a shade like that, like if it's in a potted product like this, like I know there are people who absolutely love these, but like if it's a potted product like that, I would just rather it be like a metallic, and this just isn't, and I never ever reach for it. And I don't, because the thought of like the application process is just, it's too much getting my finger in, the fact that I know that it's going to be trickier to apply. So you know what, I'm gonna hold on to the Flower Beauty one. Actually, it was really nice and pretty going on, but I have other ones that are of a similar color that I like more, so I'm gonna pass that on too. And then we can go into the Lawless Bio Glitter eyeshadow. I probably don't want to swatch this, but it's absolutely stunning. And the thing is with this, it was limited edition. She might have this on her website still, but like it was years ago that I bought this. That I'm gonna swatch it. The sparkles stay together, and I have pulled this out like recently and was wearing this. It's like less sparkly or less just like sporadic sparkle than you would think it is, and like legit look at the light reflection. Such an underrated thing in a little cardboard container. So good. That definitely stays. I talk about this being such a shame that it's a limited edition product all the time, every time I swatch it. All right, this one from Shiseido is so similar to the Flower Beauty. It's like, why keep the flower if I can keep this one? This is one of the Pop Powder Gel eyeshadows in Zuku Brown. You know, it's basically like a metallic. Let me swatch this properly. Yeah, like this is definitely the better version of the Flower Beauty. And if I was gonna keep like a shade like this, it would be this one. And then, do I have 2 hourglasses? Yes, I do. Like these are so good too. The Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadows. Smoke is newer. I got this last November. So just a year ago. Can I get this finger in? These are nicer because like unlike the Flower Beauty, they're basically like metallics with light reflection, whereas that one from Flower Beauty just looked less on the metallic side and more like a straight up satin. So Smoke is very good, but I started with Aura and had Aura for years, and she is more sparkly. And you know what, these are powder, so like these ones, they don't think they can dry out at all because they are just meant to be this really nice, pretty, yeah, no, I like this one more. Powder shadow with a lot of glitter and sparkle. It's such tricky business doing this. It's so just sparkles everywhere. Sparkle everywhere. So I'm gonna keep both of those. And then the ColourPop ones, I think I've narrowed this down, but I want to get more, which is such a, so dumb. Party of 5, newest one to me. I've had this just a couple of months. OMG. That's the kind of base that I really enjoy with a blue sparkle on top, like a pink with a purple. It's like a duochrome. I think it's one of their more popular shades that they have in their collection. The thing is, these ones do dry out because they are a cream. And then I have the 2 really popular ones, Ritz and Ladybird. But like they list on their site oh man, that is so dry. Desert. It's a desert. Oh, it's like hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, wow. I have not had one of these dry out on me. You know, I wonder if you could like break it up and add some like mixing pigment to these. Oh, it's like a rock. Okay, bye Ritz. I just didn't use you enough. And then let's see how Ladybird is holding up. Oh, creamy. So weird. I got them at the same time, so that's cray. Oh, no. Ladybird is feeling pretty dry too. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I've had them for years, so I can't be upset about it. These ones from Pat McGrath are the Chromolux Artistry Pigments in Copper Siren. These are badass. Like they're thick and they are easy to blend and they're super sparkly and metallic, and these are some of my favorites. I think they're like $36 and I don't even know if she still has these in her permanent line, but they do come with like stickers on the top. It's like kind of cheap in comparison to other things, you know. This doesn't have a sticker, this doesn't have a sticker, the ColourPops don't have a sticker, but this one has this very, very obvious sticker. This one is my favorite in Midnight Temptress. It's just this like super deep purple, and it's like, it's so gorgeous on the eyes. The best thing about these is that you blend the edges like just a dream. They're so good at that. Delicious, so I'm holding on to those. And then my Kulfi. One of these is new, which is the Shondi Rock. Let me not start with that one. Let me start with Sitara Sparkles. Now these start out as a cream and then they definitely dry out and then they turn into a powder, which is totally okay because as a powder shadow they perform beautifully, and I think you can probably warm these back up, but they blend out so nicely. I don't think they need to be a cream. Like maybe I'm crazy, but now I'm just starting to second guess this formula because it starts out as a cream, but I'm telling you, when it dries out, it's a fully powder shadow and it's still really pretty. Not a cream anymore, but how did it turn into a powder? That's what I want to know. Not like the ColourPop, you felt like that was hard. This genuinely looks like a powder. Auburn Aura. Okay, this one is definitely like dry. Look, you just like, it turns into a powder. I'm telling you guys, I don't understand this formula. Look, you saw it separating, but there it is, just as good as the first day it opened. This one I didn't get very much on the swatch. This one I was able to like get my whole finger in, which I should have done, but this one is breaking up a little bit more because I used it pretty recently and like kind of broke it up. So see how it's all like crumbly because I was sticking my end of my brush in it. But I don't understand this formula. Bronze brocade, like why? Does it just turns into like a, I keep saying the same thing over again, but it still works really well. But they started as a cream. Let me show you. Shandy Rot is a brand new shade. It just released this month. Oh, sorry. Look at it. You guys, does this formula even make sense? Like, how did this one wind up like this, where these all came out creamy, but then they turned into a powder? I'm like, is there any way that this schmut here could turn into a powder? Like, do you see what I'm seeing? It's literally goop in a cup, and it's sheer, and it's not right. It's like they put too much binding oils in, or whatever the hell oils, into this, and like squeezed it into this tube, and everyone's getting this crappy formula, where these turned down to a powder. This one is not going to do that, is it? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm keeping all of them because I like these ones for sure, and they still work as a powder. This one, oh my god, I didn't wipe this finger off. This one right here, I gotta put into a speed reviews. And also, I'd like to see if it dries out. They're $30 a piece. So I don't know, it would just be very unfortunate if I couldn't get that Shandy Rot one to perform, but it's also like a shade that I think we were all like dying for in the range that they gave us originally. Now these ones from Half Magic, oh, I'm so disappointed in. Pretty expensive too, what, $35? The Glitter Puck in Dopamine Sparkle. I waited so long for this formula to dry out. Let's see which finger. But then now that it is, because it was like goopy too, now it's just like this top sparkle, and you're just not getting like a lot of the base. I mean, it's pretty in the lights, isn't it? But it's so hard to pick up. Oh, and I just took the thing off like an hour ago and threw it away finally. I don't know what it was for, these things. But this one is brand new, and it was like soaking wet when I got it. They always are, and now it's not. Do I even like this though? It was so underwhelming on the eyes, but now it looks decent, but I don't really love. I'm gonna have to try both of these again and put them on the eyes. But again, sometimes they start out way too wet and you can't even use them. Then you gotta let them dry out, and by the time that they do, or at least that's how I feel about it, I don't know. They're a whole different formula, and then you have to like decide if you love that new formula. I think I'll hold on to all of them. I'm keeping 12. Oh, 13. I almost got rid of a party of 5. And then I'm getting rid of these 4. Oh, I think I didn't count this one. This would be 15. Sorry. All right, next little guy. Okay, I don't think I'm getting rid of more than 2 in this entire stack, or 3 probably. So the Moira Star Show Shadow Pots, you know, I recently got rid of, I think, 1 of them, but I mean, I like them. Initially I didn't, and I was kind of underwhelmed, but the more that I play with them, which I did pretty recently, the more that I realized they are really a good shadow. They're pigmented, but they're very, very foily. We've got Eureka, which is probably one of my favorites. It's kind of like a purple. Then the pink one is in the shade Checkmate. It's a very nice sparkly purple. This one is the best of the one and done brown shades in Muse. Then this is like a bronzy shade, which I could totally do without. This one is in the shade Showtime. This is a nice yellow white, or white yellow I should say, in Quartz. Quartz always comes in just every color of the rainbow. And then this one is in Literally. I think these two are probably, this one. These two are probably my least favorite. The one in Literally, and then Showtime. They're just like the least dramatic on the eyes. Maybe next declutter, if I don't use these, I will pass these along, but these are all going to stay for now. Then I have one of these duochromes from JCat, the Fairy Dust duochromes, and this one is in the shade Magic Spell. I think it's nice. It's okay. You know, it's like just a glittery single that has some light reflection to it, and it's got like a purple flip. It's not bad, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. These ones are the Shiz Huang. These are Sea Beauty, and yeah, Shiz Huang, that is the brand. I don't know what these singles are called, but it's a woman that owns this brand, and she like makes these single shadows. I think I got them on Sea Beauty Mall probably, but this is just not a shade that I reach for in whatever number this is. It's like a green to blue to red multi-chrome. Just, I don't reach for it. This one, however, is absolutely stunning. I don't know what shade it's in again, but it broke. Ooh, I pressed it back and it's doing pretty good, but this is like a single that I really do enjoy. Shades like this, just different. Oh my, I was way out of frame. Shades like this that are just very different, very light reflecting. They're sea-like, they're mermaid-like. A green to red flip. I don't know. I really just don't find myself reaching for shades like that, even though I think I will, but I'm gonna pass it along. And then I'm gonna keep this blue one because I do really enjoy it. But kind of same with the Queen Cosmetics. I just picked two shades that I don't love. These are their refill compact systems of these multi-chromes. And while this is like a beautiful idea and very cute, I think I spent more than I should have for what these are, because I do have these. I can't even pop this out and I'm so frustrated because I want to get it out. Right, meow. I got it. Oh, so I don't even know what shade, but you know what? This is again one of those. It's like that green. I just don't wear greens that often. This one's a green to blue that doesn't really have a red flip. It's more like a yellow. I just don't like these. I'm gonna get rid of it. But I want to keep the refill systems because these I bought separately. I bought it at the same time, but you have to pay separately. Now this purple blue one, my son like dug his little finger in. This one I prefer more. I don't know why the green flips don't do it for me. Blue to purple. Do you see the purple? Yeah. I don't like the greens. I don't know what my problem is, but I don't. So I'm gonna hold on to that one and get rid of the green one. Then these ones from Sephora, the colorful metal effects, I have To the Moon and Back. These are great. They're still very creamy. They're very light reflecting. They can look a little texturizing, but I don't care. And these are also removable as well. I'm always out of frame here. I can't remember what this one is. So this one's more like a pinky rose in the shade Oh Baby. So these are really good, like metal effect, really metallic but not sparkly shadows. Miss Charlotte, let's smell you. Are these still good? Oh my, they're still very creamy. The thing is, I think these stay very creamy. It's just they can turn, but this smells fine still. This one is in the shade Pillow Talk, and then I have Oyster Pearl. So they're both very creamy and still good, and they still smell good. I don't reach for them enough. I have too much shit, and sometimes I just want extra sparkle. I tend to go for things that are like on the extra sparkly side before I grab like a cream that's more of a satin finish. The one from Moira is a Lucent cream shadow. I only have one in the shade Infinity, but I've been wanting to get more because I like this so much, and it's still really, really creamy. Let's swatch it next to this Sephora one. Like also super like wet and just delish. Urban Decay, I have two of the Moon Dust. I have one of the new shades in Diamond Dog that came out earlier this year, and then Space Cowboy. Like this is Space Cowboy that I can get down with, although these do dry out, but like look how much more intense that is than the liquid was. They were trying, but it just didn't. And then Diamond Dog is a really strong base. I love this as a very, very wet, deep single. Look how they catch the light. Stunning. Keeping those. Urban Decay should have just done like shade extensions in the Moon Dust and stayed out of the liquids. But also they came out with the sticks too this year. Those are also new releases, and I thought that they were too creamy. So, you know, they came, they went, they tried. I don't know if you guys liked them or not, but I would say they did not conquer. From Victoria Beckham, this is the Lid Luster in Blonde. You guys might not like a white based gold yellow, but I do. I'm not even gonna stick my finger in it. I just don't feel like swatching it because I kind of cleaned myself off. But I've had other lid luster shades in the past and I've decluttered them because they're just not as cool as this one. I would like to get minks and some other very popular shades, but I had like chiffon and it was just meh to me, so I got rid of it. Chiffon you guys might have liked, but this one is just so much prettier. Most people don't like a white gold, but I love it, so I'm keeping that one. Oh, I don't know if my math is right, but I'm pretty sure I kept 17 there. I mean, from this, I think I only got rid of these 2, which I think I said I wasn't going to get rid of more than 2 from that section. So there you go. Okay, guys, this is the last of them and probably not a lot here either. Is this another Sephora one? This one is another white gold that I absolutely love in the shade Fair Light, First Light rather. And it's broken and I've pressed it and I can't get rid of it because I love the yellow golds and I only have those 2, the one from Victoria Beckham and this one. So I'm personally partial to them. All right, let's start with this one actually. So, like them. I like a lot of these. The one from Chantecaille in the shade Warm Champagne, which is the Cheetah in these luminescent eye shades. I decluttered Zebra, but I really like Cheetah. Cheetah was my first one, but there's another one, which is the Elephant, that I would prefer to get. I never reach for this over other ones because it is not as impactful as a lot of my other singles go. It's very underwhelming. It's not enough, to be honest. So I am going to declutter that one. I literally just don't reach for it. And I've grappled with getting rid of it so many times and then said I was going to keep it. Let's do these ones from Moira next. These are the Chromolite shadows. I have Sunstone, which I don't know if I love these shades. Like, I really wish I had spent a little bit more time picking out other shades because this is a very bronzy color that I don't wear very often, but the sparkles in it just makes it so good. And that's what they're called, Chromolite shadows. Sugar Crush. Now this is a really badass shade, which I think is kind of coming for the Urban Decay. It's just not as light reflecting. It just doesn't have the kind of sparkles in it that the Space Cowboy does, but very, very similar. Very. The e.l.f. This is already hard panned. The Finest Fleck Glitter Eyeshadows in Straight Fire. Didn't they just make a shade extension in this? Like, look how hard pressed that is. It's hard panned. These are not good in my opinion. Like, where's the base? Hello? I've used that 5 times. So underwhelmed right now. Can I just like break this little hard panny pan up and then get some more out of it? Like, I feel like I just want it for comparisons because it like sucks so bad. I decluttered the other shade already. I'll hold on to that one. I had one that was like, I think it was coming for like a Space Cowboy kind of shade, but it sucked. There was nothing to it. And this already feels like super hard panned. And then these discontinued little lovelies, the shimmer top coats from Jacqueline Cosmetics. I have Frozen. Like, let me get this swatch for you. These are powder singles, but stop it. I won't be getting rid of these. Let me show you this. Let me get the beautiful swatch out of this. Can we, a brown with like gold? Can you even see the reflect? Please show. It's so stunning in person. I hope that's like coming up on camera and it's not like focusing on the things over here and it really is focusing on my hand. Anyway, on the eyes, these are high performers. They just pick up really well. They buff out super nicely. This one in Frozen is probably my favorite. Icicle I could probably do without. Let's swatch Icicle. I mean, probably that one feels a little bit hard pressed, but these are old and they don't exist. The brand doesn't exist. Glisten. Oh, Glisten. Glisten I think is one of my faves. Niche. Oh, so good. I mean, to be honest, like that one can go. And Glassy. I mean, I like Glassy. I don't want to swatch what I can't reach, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, Glassy is just like so wet looking. This one I don't know. It's just like boring to me. Oh my gosh, there's so many sparkles. I'm gonna pass the one in Icicle along and then keep these 3. And I'm just not putting these in the right place. All right, these ones from M Cosmetics are called the Cosmic Pearl Dewy eyeshadows. These are thick. They're very creamy, but they're very textured. So you just have to like barely touch them because otherwise you'll just pick up too much product. And then it's kind of a very textured lid, but they're very, very metallic. No sparkles or anything, just super light reflecting, very creamy formula. They're kind of texturizing in general, like just the formula, because they are so creamy and like not a powder. So I feel like you have to kind of like be okay with adding a little bit of texture to your lid, but I still like them. I haven't reached for either of these since my last declutter, just FYI, but I still don't want to get rid of them. The Hypnotizing Pop Shots from Charlotte Smoky Quartz is my favorite, which is this one. And I don't know if these are made either. These were limited edition. I have Love Diamonds. I think there was only like 2 others, like 6 total. And I loved it so much. I went and got, I think I started with like 2 and then I ended up getting 2 more. Rose Gold and then Sunlit Diamond. The thing is, I don't know if I need all these shades. Let's go ahead and swatch them. Ooh, they feel dry. This one's very pretty. This is super bronzy in Sunlit Diamond. Smoky Quartz is amazing. Look at this one. Stop it, stop it, stop it. That one's also very creamy. I don't like this one. I don't like these really bronzy ones, and it feels dry as can be. The Sunlit Diamond is just not my favorite. The other ones, like, they stand on their own just fine. You know, great with like a liner. But like, it's so bronzy. I don't know why I don't like bronzy colors as singles. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep the rest of these 3. Okay, after farting around for a while, I think I got it the way I want it, at least for now. All right, this last one here, I have loose pigments, I have pressed, I have multi-chromes, I got all sorts of stuff. All right, this one from KARIM Cosmetics is the pressed pigment eyeshadow. It's one that is like a rainbow. It's pretty. It is pretty. I'm not gonna lie. But then, you know, you just kind of like blend these in together and then they don't do much. Also, I'm not buying anything from KARIM Cosmetics anymore. If you know, you know. But for now, I'm gonna hold on to it. The one that I am gonna get rid of from KARIM is the shade in Harmonia. You know, it's another one of those like red greens that I just don't know why I buy, because I don't love them. I think I will. You guys can't even see the green. Dang. Red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. They don't look that great on me, and I'm gonna pass it along. My 2 water eyeshadows from Kiko Milano. One in their permanent line, which is in the shade 15. Oh, stop. So good. So good. You guys taught me, which I love you for. I'm going on the inside of the arm. You can add water to these to make them more dramatic, and it in fact does. This one has like little silver sparkles in it, but it's strong and prominent base. This one is from their Lumiverse line. It's the limited edition in Quantum Violet. This one is absolutely stunning. These 2 shades are just fabulous. Like, that one is a silver, like, blue purple. I know it's like focusing on other things, but hopefully you guys are like seeing it because I'm coming up close. But these Kikos are not going anywhere. And then this is new, and they don't make this anymore. I mean, new to me. I bought it off Mercari. The Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill in the shade 4. It's just the silk eyeshadow Eyes to Kill. But hello. It's a red blue, so it's like weird, but I wasn't gonna like pass up this weird like gunmetal taupey color. It's newer to me. It's brand new. Like, I bought it new. It had never been opened, probably to look at, but nobody had used it. And it's creamy as can be. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. This one from Half Magic is new to me. It's in the very viral Blushing Lizard shade. I mean, it's okay. You know, these aren't very expensive, but like, do I have other shadows like this? Yes. Is this on the drier side? Also, yes. You know, this is like better, but similar to the e.l.f. Cosmetics one that I was like, should I get rid of? Should I not get rid of? I mean, like, I see why it's nice, but it's already hard panning on me. I don't necessarily get the hype with the Half Magic shades. It literally is just like a powder shadow, like multi-chrome, that a lot of indie brands do. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm still gonna keep it though. I literally just bought it at Ulta very recently. All right, then these Patrick Ta ones, one is new. Well, I mean, they're both sort of new. Always on Your Mind is new. The Still at the Club is absolutely fabulous. So you have one that's more of a metallic and then one that's more of like a foily. I mean, these are stunning. For even $42, I still feel like you get 2 shades and you get 2 finishes. This is really good and a great, great deep based one and done eyeshadow. And then this one is brand new, one of the shade extensions in Always on Your Mind, but these are very, very sparkly. So you have shades that are similar to the other ones. It's just that now both of them are sparkly. And I mean sparkly. I don't think I have another single that's quite like this that's as sparkly as these ones. I actually really enjoy them. You know, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Patrick Ta in that I didn't fall in love with a ton of stuff in the line. Even though a lot of people got every shade in the blush, I only ever ended up getting 1 and then added 2, you know, like 1 more for a total of 2. I just feel like I like these the best. I didn't fall in love with the line the way that I feel like these are actually really good and add something to my collection. They're just my favorite. And these little things from Patrick Ta that came and went, I mean, they're a loose pigment, but I think a lot of people gave him flack, so we pulled them. The Make It Major Multi-Dimensional Eye Topper. It's giving rich in this one, and it's giving luxury in this one. I like loose pigments lately, so I really do not mind these. I don't like the packaging. I don't like twisty square tops. They're kind of hard. And then like all of this situation, but you could take it off. As far as like eye toppers and loose pigments go, they are very, very sparkly and nice. And I've just been getting more into loose pigments lately. The one from AOA Studio is one of my favorite loose pigments in my whole collection. It was $1. And Enchant. I mean, everything that it looks like, it is. It's like a pinky gold. It's this, but like better. It's a very pink with like gold reflect to it, and it's thin, it's stunning, it lasts all day, you blend it. Oh, it's so good. It got so much dimension. And then this one from Bella Beauty Bar is in the shade Gaia. I don't like the packaging again, but like other than that, it's fine. It's a very, very glittery loose pigment, and it's like a pinky gold. Then this one from Moira, it's pretty good. It's not better over the AOA Studio. Like this just has something different. The Starstruck Chrome Loose Powder. It's nice. It's got like a blue sparkle on it and a pink base, which is really nice. It's just something about this one just really pops. And for $1, woo! Now these are from a new brand to me, and these are also new. I haven't even used one of these shades yet. These are from Question Beauty. I don't know if you guys have been seeing Question Beauty pop up, but they're the ones that have, let me show you, the packaging where the lid comes off. These are like all over my For You page, but like the lid comes off of this. Ah, stop. And they've just come out with like another color story. Not my cup of tea. This is way more my cup of tea, but I feel like you can't miss this packaging. You know, if you're like into indie eyeshadows, it's just been winding up all over the place. So I decided that I knew I wanted to get this palette for some time. This is the Fable of Spice and Bloom, but I saw these loose pigments and I was like, please. Now this one is one I haven't tried yet, the Bronzed Rose. That one has like the most color to it and the least amount of sparkle. Blooming Charm is like thick sparkles, but very, very pretty. These are very easy to use, by the way, but the lids are super hard to get off. And this one is a hollow chrome. This is one of the coolest freaking shades I have ever owned. Just like this hollow chrome that has every color of the damn rainbow in it. Yeah, these lids are very difficult to get off. One of these just is like, it's nearly impossible. Oh, this is the one I haven't used yet. Oh my God, look at that color. I might have put it back on. I'm pretty sure I've used 2 out of the 3 of these. Or maybe it was this one that I used. Yes, I think it was this one that I used, and this lid is nearly impossible to get off. Oh, I barely even do it. Yes, I have used this one. It's the other one that I haven't used. This one's okay. It's honestly not my favorite. It's not as stunning as the other 2. as you can kind of see, but that was so hard to get off. But so far, like this loose pigment holochrome has been one of the coolest things I have ever put on my eyes. So I can just say I'm excited about this brand. I think it's going to be a really, really good one overall. Anyway, I'm gonna organize this at some point. I am so tired, you guys. It's almost midnight. It is Friday as I'm filming this, so I just worked a full day. But I need to organize this in like somewhat of a decent way. I mean, I ended up decluttering 17 different products over here. It is not a lot, and it was not a big declutter at all. But it needed to be done, and it needed to be reorganized, and 17 is 17 by 17. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're not currently subscribed, I would love to see you subscribe. I don't know if I have any more upcoming declutters. I know a lot of people do their whole collection at the end of the year, but I try and do mine throughout the year so I don't get overwhelmed with products. I still hope you guys enjoyed today's video and like the swatching was nice and helpful and all that stuff. And I didn't encourage you to buy too many things. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm out of here. I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye guys.